Welcome back to the NRL Fantasy Flog final show for 2018.
Season wrap-up?
Yeah.
Season review?
JL.
Yeah, JL.
I'm Rayner. And yeah, season review show and just general finishing off of the season.
Yeah. Bit to go through. We'll look at the... We'll obviously look at the results. We'll look at the highlights of the season and the lowlights and everything in between. Probably not, just a little.
I think it was all in between. There wasn't much highlights and lowlights.
There's plenty of lowlights.
Pretty standard season.
This show was a real lowlight.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to talk about first, mate?
I think we just jump into the results. Yeah.
This is going as good as any other show we've had.
It's because we don't prep anything.
Results. Sounds good.
Yeah, so obviously the Fantasy Football Legends is the league that we play every year.
The A-League.
And I was playing against you in the final.
Yeah. So to set it up, obviously we talked about in the last show 2 weeks ago. You had 3 trades.
Yeah, I had 3 trades.
A better team, arguably.
Yeah, less injuries.
And I had no trades.
No trades. No.
And injuries that I couldn't cover. And a shit team.
Yeah, missing a fullback. And
I would like to say I was doomed to begin with, but I put up some kind of fight, I think, maybe. Put a few sneaky moves.
You did, but they didn't work out.
They didn't work out.
I really liked benching DCE when he scored 100. That was a good move.
So the thought there was...
I'm going to put the score up.
Yeah, put the score up.
So obviously I won 1,072 to 870. It seemed a little higher than what it actually was. It was closer than that.
Yeah, I didn't... So what happened is DCE, I thought, we don't have a whole... Like, I had to make some players different, obviously. So, and I wasn't confident with Reynolds, and so I was like, if I... Because I knew you were going to play... Yeah. I knew you were going to play DCE. So it's like, hopefully DCE wouldn't go that well, so I benched him.
Yep.
And that worked out well, 109.
I think I looked at it. I think if you played your best team and even made your best captaincy choice,
I would have fallen short.
We still would have fallen short.
Yeah. And then
just because you had to play less, and I had the same players that you had that scored well.
And then I benched Cam Smith because it was like, well, there's another player. I was confident you were playing.
Yeah. And he played all right.
And you end up playing 80 minutes and getting 80.
Yeah. And I also saw that, you had to play Reece Martin, and I benched him for Crichton, and that was a game that he got injured and only scored.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, 14 or something.
And my captain choice, SJ, he went all right, but then again, so did Cook. So
yeah.
So did everyone. That was a big round, 1,072.
A lot of players scored well. So that was, that was my biggest round for the year.
Yeah. So well done. Congratulations, mate. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Can't take that away from it. I think it was an excellent season.
Yeah, so it's hard to go back to back, isn't it?
Well, in our league, it's not that hard.
No, I don't think anyone's done it.
No.
It's not,
but it was either going to be you or me.
Yeah, true. I wasn't back to back though.
No.
You won.
I'll have to win another 2. But
yeah, it was a good season. I was only
season,
out of us 2 though.
Brilliant season, mate. You didn't really put many steps wrong.
Yeah. But anyway, that was that one.
Yep.
I think we'll head straight into the Viewers League. That's why people here. Yeah, next one.
Next one.
Yeah, that one.
I said the semis.
So obviously we weren't on last week, so the semis were played last week. And
it was all the people that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Except for yourself.
All the actual viewers didn't make it. But they're probably interested to see how it shook out, because a lot of people were tipping that Lone Scout would win because he had a solid team. But
let's be fair.
He was third best in that in the semis.
To be fair, our league was mainly made up of overall players, except for you and me.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that anyway.
Yeah,
that's sort of coming up. But a lot of these players are overall players. That's why we didn't really get excited about having a show last week.
No.
For these matchups, because we're playing against the celeb guys, and like obviously McMurray used to host the blog thing, whatever it is.
Well, they had a really close game, didn't they?
Yeah, that was so Pawnee got up, and I got up against CK, and got knocked out to the final.
Yep. So
in the final was another close one, but basically I just went the dodgy because obviously he wasn't playing head to head against me. So I knew that I could just match up against his team.
No, Yeah, no, we added him. He wasn't a celebrity. That
No, I
you
mean he
choose
wasn't.
from.
He wasn't focused on winning the head-to-head matchup.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been in touch with him since the start of the season.
But I don't think he had any trades either.
I don't think he was, but
because he didn't change his team at all.
okay, maybe no.
Oh, he did. He changed his captain back to Cook, and Sidus did the same and matched his players and had McInnes versus Locke and
that was the only different player?
Yeah. After I brought in SM Masters,
So-
who shit the bed.
Yeah. So, McInnes only got 53.
Yeah.
Lachlan Lewis had beaten that last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but if you look at his scores, that's the only two.
Although
weeks
they both
he's
played
been
the last game as well, didn't they?
Well, they both played on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no moves that could be made.
So yeah, you couldn't do anything sneaky.
Well, I needed to buy a centre for Aiken, so that was my trade gone anyway.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well,
But yeah, so pretty unconvincing final,
but
scores wise,
but you
back down to the 900s, but
you won, mate.
it means I'm
Champion
champion of the Viewers League.
in both leagues. That's pretty impressive. I think.
So,
I think everyone's got to admit that's very impressive. And while the rest of us didn't do so well, we can
having said
try and
that,
get you next year.
if someone didn't fuck it up and put an extra week onto the league, that wouldn't have been me winning.
Who would you have played?
Oh yeah, it would have been. I would have won there.
Yeah,
With
I would have been.
72.
It probably would have been a different setup in the finals.
No, I looked at it already because it's the same matchups basically all the way through.
So the last week of the round, rounds didn't affect.
It affected who got into the bottom half of the top 8,
Ah.
but it didn't affect who would
Okay.
continue on.
Okay.
I don't know. If anyone actually checked it though, the only one was I think Fung's Fantasy Flukes. He still would have just missed out, I think, and he was the one putting up fucking massive scores,
Yeah.
1,076 or something ridiculous.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so that's basically it for the two head-to-head leagues.
Yeah. So next year, we've got someone to chase down.
Yeah,
Can't let him win again.
I mean, we would trade me down anyway this year, surely. Yeah,
Well, it's funny because
I only just snuck in late.
yeah, you
top four.
snuck in late, but then you had some then you won quite a few at the end and got in the top 4.
Because that's all it is. Like, the head-to-head, long term, you're looking at trying to pick up wins early, but you want your team just to be solid late.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you make the finals, as long as you're putting up massive scores late and you got some trades to work with in the finals, you'll be right.
And then the
That's
other
usually
comp,
my plan,
and
it's
then the other
worked.
comp, you could have quite easily got knocked out in the semi by Kirky, which was looking very likely. So
Yeah, but that comes down to matchups. You get players getting 100.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing about it.
that's what I mean. But that's all in the past, mate. 2 titles.
There's
this
still
year.
one.
Well done.
Number 1.
Well done.
Yeah, so I'll go back to that overalls one. Like you touched on before, a lot of players obviously in the league get more focused on overalls, so I just wanted to sort of have a shout out to players in the Viewers League who I've only put up players who made the top 5,000. So just because it wouldn't really fit on too good otherwise. And I wanted to make sure that old JL was right at the bottom.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
But yeah, so there's obviously lots of good results in there. The guys finishing up fairly high.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lone Scout. What a try hard.
It's a pretty good split season, isn't it? That's there was a bit of a Twitter exchange, or not exchange. I think it was more like just congratulations. So I know Renegade Analytics was like 10th or something.
Yeah,
So it was a battle of the analysts there, and
it's pretty good. I mean,
That's
I'm
bloody
really
good.
happy with 353. Considering that I didn't really play the buys and my team was shooting after round 1.
yeah,
And I was focused on making sure that none of these fuckers beat me in the Viewers League more than anything else. That's been my focus all year.
yeah.
But yes, obviously guys like Wickets, Michael
Yeah.
Dempsey,
Top couple hundred. So well done,
Yeah.
guys. Good season, very good season.
Rob's MVPs, Rob Dumper is it?
Yeah, 427.
Robert Fung, Nathan from Rayner local.
Nathan C.
Yeah, like
768. Very good.
yep, and Kamami as well, Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
There's other guys as well. Taoni,
Yep.
a bit further down. who are like genuine viewers who stuck around for the whole season. So thanks for that. I mean, we appreciate people actually giving us input and
I hope you had a bit of fun. I had a bit of fun, even though it sucked.
because there's nothing worse than a league where half the players stop playing after the first 6 weeks because they can't do any good or whatever. So like we want to appreciate the viewers and who stuck around, and even if you weren't in the league, if you just watch the videos.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause,
and hopefully those who didn't get a chance in the league this year will...
Yeah, well, obviously we'll have a league next year,
Yeah.
and we'll try and do priority for people returning players.
We may have to do a couple of leagues.
Well, it depends on how much interest we get, but obviously, anyone who comes back, we'll find a way to fit them in, and anyone new, obviously.
Yeah, we'll take anybody.
Genuine players are always welcome.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
I don't really have much else to do about the leagues.
No, me either.
So
Show over.
No, not show over.
I've got a few other
There's
things
some
to
other
talk about.
things. Some,
All right. So we are going to go through you want to go through the apples and spuds for the year?
Yeah, so we can stick up for the final time, stick up the intro.
Apples and spuds.
Yeah, you have to say it.
What? You have to say it. It's your voice.
No, but it's already recorded. Golden apples and dirty spuds.
All right, so
Professional.
2018 golden apples.
I'll just have a break now.
Do you want to do them? We'll do them second. We'll do the dirty spuds first.
Good idea.
That was actually really close for the dirty spuds, and it come down to the last game. The last game crowned a different champion than I was expecting.
Wow.
So actually the last game had an influence on the top 5. So it was very close at the top for the dirtiest of all dirty spuds.
Yep.
So I'll go through from 10th to 1st with a couple of notable mentions. Do some notable mentions. They missed out on the top 10, but you got Montoya, Bevan French, DWZ, Corey Oates, Elliott, Brett Morris, SKD, Tyrone Phillips, Seguiaro. They were just missed out on making the top 10.
Yeah.
And stinkers of seasons.
Top 10. Wow, that's going to take forever.
Top 10. Well, people want to know. Probably not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So coming in at 10th, the Dirty Spuds is Kyle Felt from the North
Cowboys.
Queensland Cowboys, who obviously had a terrible season, and he was, let's have a look, he was their worst. 7 points, he featured 4 times in the Spuds.
Yep.
Number 9, coming in 9th, was Brad Abbey from the Canberra Raiders. He didn't even play a full season, did he?
No.
Coming at the end when Whiten got...
Yeah, when White got
See how he played, I don't know,
He had
half a dozen games.
7 or 8 games.
Yeah, but he featured 4 times, and he was in the top
Consistent.
2 once. Coming in at 8th is my favourite warrior, Fusi Tuabre. He got 9 points and featured 5 times.
That's rough. He's like one of the top try scorers in the
I
competition.
know, but he was rocks and diamonds, or apples and spuds rather, and more spuds.
Fair enough.
So number 7th is the first of 4 or 5 Manly Sea Eagle players.
Manly got a lock on all of these spots.
Brad Parker, 9 points. He appeared 6 times in the Dirty Spuds.
He's a genuine reserve grader.
So well done to Brad Parker. Gold Coast Titan next. At number 6 was Anthony Don. He got 10 points.
His Don is no good.
You've been waiting all year for that.
Saving it up for the right moment.
So he featured 5 times. Number 5 was another Manly player that only played half a season and didn't play big minutes either.
Yeah.
And was absolutely dreadful.
He's the first player in there that's not really a winger.
Yeah, so there you go. Trent Hodkinson. He got 11
Well, the
points.
highest one anyway, sorry.
He appeared 6 times and got in the top 2 once. 6 appearances was the most, I think.
Yeah, hopeless.
Except for the Apples. Move on to 4th was the Penrith Panther winger who come in for Mansour at the start of the season. Christian Crichton. 11 points also, but he also appeared 6 times, but got in the top 2 twice. Terrible season for him. Brisbane Bronco player next. You wouldn't have probably thought this. Jordan Kahu.
Because he missed so much of the season.
He appeared 5 times and got in the top 2 twice. Not having the goal kicking may have put him in there this year.
Being a crap player too, that's...
Doesn't get involved. Because Brisbane's had a fairly decent season with points and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
sometimes forget he's out there. Okay, so the top 2 battled it out all year long. Manly players and second place had a lock on first for most of the season, but come down to the last game. Second place was
Because he got injured.
Achille Uwate. Yes, your injuries probably saved you.
Yeah, that's rough.
You appeared 6 times. You still come second, mate. So the first player who bagged a couple of points in the last round to take out the win was Matthew Wright. 13 points. 5 times in the Spuds and got in the top 2 3 times, which was the most out of any player.
He's on the bench a lot. Riding the bench a lot. He played hooker for a
He
bit.
played 80 minutes in the last round. He's just terrible. Sorry. But I suppose that's what the Spuds are. How many of those players did you have in your team this year? Hopefully none.
None. Yeah, never made any of them
No.
close.
How many did you have in your team? Anyway, move on to the Apples. So that's the Dirty Spuds for 2018.
What do they win? Going to send Matt Ryan just a potato?
Is he on Twitter?
I don't know.
Probably doesn't want to know.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Achille Uwate is, and I remember because I had a dig at him early in the season. He never got back to me though.
Yeah, he can't. He
All right.
doesn't like criticism.
Golden Apples 2018. So just short of the so top 10 again, and just short of making the top 10. Some of these players, these are all the best players, the fantasy players. So SJ, 8 points. Teddy, Ben Hunt, Turbo, and Lachlan Fitzgibbon. Okay, so coming in at 10th, also on 8 points, but had a few more appearances in the Golden Apples, was Nathan Cleary, which is a bit of a surprise. He sat out for quite a few weeks.
Yeah, a lot of injury and some very few games.
Yep. He was
Finished strong though.
Yep. He was the second best of all the halves. Oh, for the Apples anyway. Coming in at 9th was the Gold Coast Titan leader, Ryan James. 4 appearances, top 2 once. Coming in at 8th was the number 1 half for the Golden Apples, and that was DCE.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 9 points also. 4 appearances and got in the top 2 twice. Well done to DCE.
Solid player. Always has been.
That's the first of a couple of Manly players. They only really had decent players and shit players. They didn't have any in-betweens.
Yeah.
Coming in at 7th was the only North Queensland player, Taumalola, of course. 10 points. He appeared 6 times. Number 6, he had the lowest amount of appearances out of anybody in the Golden Apples, and that was Kalen Ponga at 11 points. But he got in the top 2 like 3 times, so
Yeah.
he got max points for those. Number 5, everybody's favourite player for most of the season.
Half the season.
Half the season. Jai Arrow.
Yeah. Faded a bit at the end because I think they gave him
Yeah.
more time on the bench and
Just a few
all the injuries he's had, yeah.
Nearly injuries. So he appeared 5 times, and yeah, most of them, I don't think he got any points after like halfway.
Yeah.
4th best player, front row / second row forward, Martin Tapau. So he appeared 6 times, got in the top 2 twice. He also got 11 points. Number 3 was another front row forward, and that was Fafita. Andrew Fafita, 6 appearances, got in the top 2 twice. Bumped him up to 3rd. These are all players that we all had. Pretty much.
Yeah, well, it's
Except
pretty
for-
obvious, really.
Yeah. And then the battle of the hookers for the top 2 spots, as most of us, these are my captain choices most weeks. So, second place, Cam Smith, 15 points, 8 appearances, got in the top 2 twice. And the number one player, no surprise, Damien Cook.
Yeah.
Clearly the best fantasy player consistently all year. 9 appearances. He got on Apples 9 times.
Yeah, he's such a gun.
Yeah, got in the top 2 twice, and yeah, just, what can you say?
I think was he the only player who finished an average over 60?
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Damien Cook. There's no surprises there.
I think if you go back to the start of the year, everybody was banging on about he'd be one of the first picked.
Yeah.
80-minute hooker. Obviously made a crap load of money too.
Yeah.
So not too many surprises in the Apples.
No, there's a few guys that I'm surprised didn't even get close to a mention.
Who's that?
Considering they finished like top 10 overall.
Yeah.
McInnes.
No, he was just consistently pumping out 50s and 60s.
Yeah,
which,
but didn't go really massive. And Gerbo.
Yeah, it was the same. They were just really
So they're
consistent.
solid guys,
Yeah.
base stats guys.
Yep.
It's a problem. Base stats don't get your recognition, but they get your wins.
Yeah, they get you. Yeah, that's right. These are the guys you want to build your team around at the start of the year.
No,
Gerbo.
Yeah, Gerbo.
Gerbo was in my team from the start.
McInnes
Wasn't, but because there was so many
because there's
hook
so many
options.
hookers, yeah.
But at the end of the year, yeah. So
Even Nathan Brown and that, yeah.
yeah, definitely. All right, that's the Apples and Spuds for 2018. Probably make a return next year, maybe,
Yeah, well,
in some form or another.
shake it up somehow.
Yep. Next.
I don't really know.
All right,
What else
do you
is
want me
next?
to talk about? So I went back and rewatched every video, which was very tough.
Yeah, it would have been.
To go through and get the tipping, because you in a tipping comp?
Yeah, sports bet.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't do any good.
Did you do the same tips? You wouldn't have done the same tips, would you?
I tried to, but
Okay.
I noticed that I think one time I got a perfect round, or just about got a perfect round.
Yeah, there was one perfect round in there. We both got a perfect round.
That's the one I fucked up on sports bet because I didn't put them in time,
Oh really?
so I missed out on getting it. I didn't get the mark anyway, so it didn't matter.
So it was really close. It was only, I think because we didn't play every round. We played
a bunch.
19 rounds. Yeah, the year, because we weren't on for every show. We had a few the buys and stuff we didn't do. So it was pretty bloody close. There's only 3 points between us. And we were even up to 7, and then we were even after 10. We were even after 11. You got ahead after 12.
And that's how it stayed?
We got the perfect round in 15, which was the World Cup round.
We both did.
We were over Russia, yeah, 18
Oh, wow.
Then the round right after that, you fell apart a little bit.
Yourself, yeah.
You
Sounds normal for
You
me.
got 2 out of that round, and I got 5, so I jumped a couple ahead of you there. And then the next round, you did the computer tips.
And it come good.
You come good. No, we both got the same that round. And then again, the second last round, you dropped off a little bit. And then, but the last round, you beat me. So overall, I got 93 and you got 90.
Yeah.
Out of 152. I was looking at the percentages, so you were 59.2%, I was 61.2%. No, they're actually pretty good. Because I jumped onto the whotippedwhat.com and has all the celebs and their percentages and stuff like that. So the top first and second, Justin Davies from League Unlimited and Wally Mason from the Australian had 65%. And then there was a drop down. Like my 61% was good enough to get like equal third. And your 59% was good enough to get like 7th or 8th. So
Yeah, it doesn't count.
oh no, about 10th. Phil Rothfield was at 60%. Mick Innes was at 59%. And Mole and Matty Johns were at 58%. So they're all around there as well.
Never heard of any of these people.
The home teams were 56%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not good because
The away teams are only 44%. Aaron Molan beat Avon Simpson. They had the same percentage, but I think it might have been 1 point different. But anyway.
I don't think that matters.
I don't think your tips were that bad, actually. It was a tough year, though. It's like, can you still tip the finals?
No.
Nah, I can't.
I got one tip.
How was that?
St. George the Warriors going to win the comp. in the women's league.
You've lost your marbles.
And I'll be out after the first round of the finals.
Yeah.
No, I think one of the top 4 teams will win.
Yeah. Cool. That's about it. You want to wrap it up with some highlights and stuff for the year?
I don't really have any highlights. Just winning.
Obviously.
Just winning.
Really?
Cracked 1,000 in the final against you was my highlight.
Any highlights about the show?
Well, I got over 1,000 like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
That's a highlight. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
In terms of players, sticking with SJ when everyone said get rid of him.
Yeah. Any regrets?
Came good late. That highlight was like SJ and RTS winning that semi-final.
Yeah, they got you home after
Stealing
Turbo.
Any regrets? The only regrets I had was round 1, as usual. Listening to all the other dickheads who tell me Brodie Croft and Bryce Cartwright are must-haves.
We are those dickheads that were saying that.
Yeah, but it's because I read everything else that people were saying. I thought, I agree with that. Yeah. Nah. Bullshit.
Yeah, Cartwright was pretty bad.
Stick with
Brodie
known proven guns.
I had a few extra bad players at the start of the year. I had Jonathan Thurston as well.
And I was talking him up.
Yeah.
Thought he'd have a big final season.
And Michael Leisha.
Didn't realise it was the opposite. Same. I thought he had a good trial, one good trial.
Did you have Leisha?
No, I did at one point and I got rid of him.
Yeah, because I didn't get Slade.
Slade Griffin
didn't
was
get kick out.
a big one. Kick out. I had to bring him in because I dropped him for round 1. So round 1 I fucked up.
Yeah.
But beyond that, most of the trades I made were pretty good. So
Yeah, it fixed it up quite quickly. I fixed mine up quite quickly as well. I was in the same boat, but I just had a few more injuries through the year, which couldn't be
helped. A lot of
helped.
it was just timing of when to upgrade guys and when to bring guys in.
Yeah, I think
like Reece Martin and that.
Yeah, but they were pretty obvious moves.
They were,
and
getting off what's his face from South that everyone's been talking up all year.
Dewey.
No. What's his name? He was going to play lock for a bit and then
Murray.
Yeah, that's him. Played so shit, I forgot his name.
I had him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did all right. The first few weeks he played,
So did
all
I.
right. Yeah.
But then it's like getting off him quick because that was another one that was...
That was the thing. Nobody was sure what kind of role he was going to play the rest of the year.
That's a problem with a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
It'll be the same problem next year when the next batch of reserve graders or youngsters get called up and people are talking them up and they're absolute shit.
I think getting off Havili at the wrong time, you kept him and
then he came good for one round.
Hit some 70s, but he was solid too for like another month.
He was a solid player for the Raiders.
Yeah. I think I peaked too early. I peaked like around, what was our round? 22 or 23, something like that.
Yeah.
That was the height of my...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The other thing was, obviously playing overall would be different, but playing head-to-head, being able to save trades during the buys, I mean, that's what got me up in a lot of those games at the end of the season. Players who were overall just couldn't make the trades.
Yeah.
When all those guys started getting injured and suspended and that.
Yeah, my guys that got injured, Tohu, Brown, Dugan.
Yeah, the list goes on.
It cost me the extra trades. It could have seen me go a little bit further. Oh, no. I almost got there anyway.
Yeah. So is there any guys now that you'll say for like future seasons going forward, they're just dead to you? You're never going to touch them again? Besides Bryce Cartwright and Brodie Croft.
Not really. I think so. Yeah, but he should have been.
You badly.
I should have known better.
That's what I mean. Like
that was because I brought him because that was the round that I brought him in against you, and I just wanted to get the win.
A good option.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out. So he's not dead to me, but I should know better not to get him anyway.
Yeah. So don't believe the hype, eh?
How about you?
No, there's no one that really burned me this year.
Yeah.
Like the guys that had shit games, like in the centres mainly. Like Latrell Mitchell had a shitty 14 and then comes back the next week with 100. I mean, you can't be too upset.
Yeah. Aiken didn't do much for us after we got him.
Yeah, he ended the season slow, but so did St George. So, I mean, that's probably a warning sign there, looking at team form as well. But, yeah, I'm open to bringing most people into my team still.
Yeah.
except for a lot of manly wingers and outside backs.
Just stick to the because to power might
They're the
be there
worst.
next year, but yeah, stick to
I think a lot of players won't be there.
the
next year.
usuals. Should be interesting at the start of the next year. I mean, there's always a new batch of young fellas coming through, and
Hopefully.
there was a lot
Some
more.
nice
There
rookies.
was just I felt this year was a lot easier, even with the new structure of the squad. There was just enough. There was enough cheapies to choose from that were making a heap of money.
I think having a smaller squad, rather down from 25,
Yeah,
means you didn't have to fill your team with all this rubbish. So you could be more picky in what rookies you had.
yeah, true. But I don't know. Maybe next year if there aren't as many, because there were like all these guys, Reece Martins,
Yeah, but there will always be injuries.
Mitch
There'll
Rains
always
and
be-
stuff like that. Well, they're the ones you got to get on. But I just felt like everything timed. The timing was right for a lot of them this year as well. So
Yeah.
if you get a tougher season, I just wonder what kind of impact
Well,
that will
yeah,
have
like-
on a smaller squad.
Mitch Rain came in at a perfect time
Maloney did as
for an
well.
upgrade from like Havili or Griffin.
Yeah,
Maloney as well emerged when around Origin and that, when people were looking for cheap halves.
yeah.
So yeah, it worked out well for players.
Yeah, so anyway,
Just
next
like-
year we'll have a whole different lot of challenges, I'm sure. Any
If
highlights?
there's a competition next year, we'll wait and see.
Are we doing fantasy next year or are we doing something else?
No, I mean we'll do fantasy. It's just
Yeah.
whether they have one,
Yeah,
because you know
who knows?
I don't know that there's much effort going into it these days.
Yeah, true. Anyway, any highlights from the show or any lowlights from the show?
No, just the bad puns, mate.
They stopped
pretty early.
when I stopped caring as much. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think like the start of the season was okay, and then we got over it real quick up to
Yeah.
about round 10 or 11, I think it was. When I went and rewatched them all, we were clearly over it by then. We're doing too many stats and shit like that and talking too long.
Yeah,
And then when we got the green screen, the week that we got the green screen stuff,
and we just stopped caring
and we
about
stopped
stuff.
preparing pretty much anything in terms of notes, and we're just more discussing it. It just got a lot easier, and yeah, you can feel it was a bit more fun.
Is that when the viewers fell off though? That's when the numbers
Yeah,
dropped.
that's actually true because that was our highest show.
The World Cup one.
No, definitely not the World Cup. That was round 15. They were well and truly gone by then. But yeah, after that we fell right away. But anyway,
Fair enough.
so and the other highlights for me were around 20, when you were strongly considering Madison.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
You
It
didn't
was
end up
never going
getting
to
him.
happen.
But I just found that was one of my
Well,
highlights.
it was disappointing that Luke Cleary got injured because I would have liked to see how he would have scored and whether he would have played, gone back to starting.
Yeah.
He's got no chance next year with Crichton
No.
going there. So,
Yeah.
like, Ryan Madison's going to be over because I think he's still staying at the Roosters. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that guy had his moment for half a season where he was a fantasy gun.
Yes.
And then,
And I loved it, every minute of it.
and then, as someone predicted,
Yeah, he
disappeared completely.
He did, but not because he was crap, just because of unfortunate injuries.
It wasn't good enough to get his spot back.
But then you were considering him when he did come back, so
Only because I was looking for
it just made it fantastic. But anyway,
a half, but because SJ was letting me down badly.
yeah, he come good.
Yeah.
Low lights, probably the app at the start of the year. That
Yeah,
happens at
man.
the start of every year, though. Let's be honest, everyone's unhappy about something at the start of the year, but then as the season goes on, you just move
Yeah,
on.
for fantasy, obviously the app was fairly shit, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, they're not really putting much effort into it, and
Yeah.
it didn't get better.
Yeah.
And people just stopped caring.
You stop, yeah.
All that happens is people are just going to stop playing, and that's not what anyone wants.
Well, when we looked at how many, rankings and stuff like that, there was a guy at the very bottom of our comp that didn't play all year, and he still got like 47,000 out of like 100. So
Yeah, so it's like half the people sign up, play a week or two,
Yeah.
and then just stop.
and then even the guy that come like 17 or 18,000 stopped playing like half the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going to happen.
There's not a lot of players playing all the way through. That's why I think it's important to acknowledge the effort that people put in. But yeah, I don't see it getting better from NRL fantasy anytime soon.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they put some people in
know.
charge. Give us a call, guys.
Because what was disappointing for me this year was they got rid of a lot of the other stuff. Because they used to have like the weekly
From
team you could put in like
Yep.
like one of the games, the Friday game or whatever. You could tip your players and win a prize if you're good. Kept people interested every week.
Match day, and something.
Whereas
a
lot of people fell off around Origin, I think, with buys and that, and just stopped caring.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to bring players back.
No, that's the thing. At the start of the season, they got a bit panicky and threw some prizes in, but I don't think they made the game any better. They didn't make it any easier for anyone to use or anything. The prizes were good, but still got to make it enjoyable for the whole season.
In terms of the footy, the low light obviously is two things. There's the whole battle between refs and the media.
Yeah.
It's like people bagging out refs for refs being shit, refs are shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And then people having a go at the media for bagging out the referee. It's gotten out of hand.
It's still going.
I know it's still going. It'll still be going next year.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't care. Like, yeah, some of the games are unwatchable. But it's like, I don't know that it's particular people's fault. And I don't think you can have a go at the media for calling it out either.
Well, it's their job.
Well, it's their job to
It's
have
not
an opinion about the game.
We might not like their job, and we might not agree with it.
Because I agree with a lot of the refereeing's been shit. It's been over-refereed. Common sense has gone a little bit.
Yeah.
But also,
You can see the other side.
I can see why they're trying to clean it up.
Yeah.
So
I don't think anybody's going to win.
they've seen the fine clubs have been shit.
Yeah. But there are a lot of highlights on the field as well. So
Yeah.
a lot of good players emerged.
Well, the closest competition in forever.
Yeah.
With the top 8 at least, the bottom half was still shit.
Yeah. Who are you picking?
Oh, Roosters.
Who do you?
Because I'm
Oh,
Roosters,
you're a
man.
Roosters fan.
If the Roosters don't get up, I think it'll be either South or the Sharks.
Yeah, I was thinking Sharks. not like them.
South Sydney.
I'd like to see South win again.
I wouldn't like to see it, but I think it
don't-
might happen.
Don't really want to see any.
I'd
of
like
them.
to see a South Roosters final.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty good.
just because of the rivalry.
Yeah. And because it's all Sydney. All those other cities can go get stuffed.
You don't really like many of the teams up there. My team just finished outside.
They weren't close, let's be honest. Old Tigers.
Yeah.
Still on the bus though?
Yeah, you don't give up on them.
Is Ivan still on the bus?
Yeah, I'm still on the bus.
Barely.
Yeah. But I mean, every club's got their own problems, really. So, yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
All right.
I think we should wrap this up, eh?
let's wrap it up. What are you doing in the off season?
Obviously, not really. We might do some stuff, some videos.
Here you go.
More for
Does anybody want to watch this at all?
practicing. Well, we've got a channel, obviously, so stay subscribed for next year for pre-season stuff.
Yeah.
But in the off season, we might put out some videos of just random stuff, video games, us having a chat about whatever we feel like doing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
If we do,
I plan on.
otherwise the channel will be dead for 6
Yeah.
months until pre-season starts.
Well,
But
last off season, I went and played poker quite a bit. That was my weekly outing. I plan to play a lot more poker this off season too, but
yeah, I was playing Call of Duty pretty solid, so I'll be doing the same.
yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Black Ops coming out soon.
Yeah, so I might put up some Blops videos or
Yeah.
whatnot.
Won't be any good. I'm terrible. You're not too bad.
It's more just to practice the editing as well.
Yeah. You got a new editing program yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Need a new computer for
Are
that.
you getting? Because well, I don't know if we'll be able to use my lounge room next year. We're rebuilding. So
We'll sort it out.
we'll find
That's a next year problem.
just down the shed or something like that.
But yeah, so that's fine.
Cool.
So stick around.
Thanks, guys, for the season. It's fun.
Stay tuned to the channel or check out the subscription notifications or whatever next year for pre-season.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to get involved, like I said, we'll try and have priority for guys returning and
We'll try
If
and,
we need more leagues or whatever,
we'll try and take down this guy next year.
might try and a draft as well, a draft league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It takes a lot of time to sort it out.
You
though.
set it up though?
Maybe. Think about it. I've got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Well,
Nothing else?
No.
So yeah,
see you guys
see you next year.
next year.